What is going on, YouTube? This is Robbie again, and it's time to look at something cool. And right now, we're looking at Masterpiece Lambor, or Masterpiece Sideswipe. Yeah, he is a Lamborghini Countach, LP 5500S, rather. Yeah. So, he is an Autobot. This is an officially licensed Lamborghini product. And look at how tiny this box is. Look at how small it is. I need something to compare it to. Something quickly. I don't know. Here's a Legoman. Alright, so the Legoman looks a little small in comparison. It looks a little small in comparison. But still, if you know how big Legomans are, you know how tiny this box is. It is super small. I mean, here's my hands. Here's my hands. This is a Masterpiece Transformer box. And it is the tiniest, cutest little button on a teddy bear's nose thing in the world. Oh my gosh. So, I'm getting so sidetracked. So yeah, Masterpiece MP12 Sideswipe Cybertron Warrior. And as you can see, yep, there's the box. It's beautiful. Take a moment to soak it in. Just look at it. Look at how nice this box is. All the beautiful, beautiful little... Oh, here it is, right here. So it's got the back of the box with pictures you've probably seen before. The Countach mode next to MP10. Coming on out of MP10's trailer. That's pretty cool. I'm going to give that a shot. And then the various weapons that he comes with, including his rifle and his pile drivers. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see there's an officially licensed Lamborghini product hologram there. And yeah, this box is absolutely just the adorablest thing I've ever seen. So I'm going to put this right down, and we're going to take a look at Lambor, or as I'm going to call him from this point on, Sideswipe. Okay guys, so here's Sideswipe out of the package, and he is, yeah, he's pretty small. I'd say he's about the size of a large deluxe, but before we get into that, let's check out his accessories. First of all, you get his rocket launcher, or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call this, but it was his shoulder-mounted cannon. And so you get that. You also get his pistol, which is nice silver. I have to say I'm a little disappointed because I mean, considering the price of this guy and the size, you'd think they could spare a few more paint apps, like for the guns, just to give them a little more detail. It's okay. Like I'm not super upset about it, but it would have been nice to see a little something more there. But yeah, you can combine the two weapons to make one big weapon, and just, I guess, plug it into the top of the car here, which is very, very tight, so I'm a little nervous about doing so. But yeah, you can do that. It just plugs into the top there. He comes with his pile drivers, which I'll show you later on. And what else you get in the box is this little baggie. And inside this little baggie, you get an MP12 Masterpiece Sideswipe or Lambor card of some kind. I don't know what any of this says. I imagine these are his stats. I'm guessing 10 is speed, maybe. This other thing, Takara Tomy fan club, probably thing you can register for. And this, which I'm guessing are the instructions. Indeed. Okay. Flare gun. That's what it's called. Okay, so it's officially a missile launcher. Flare gun, pile driver. It's got a nice little pictures of all the weapons, the figure itself, and on the back, of course, the instructions. All right, but before I get into that, let's do a few quick comparisons, and let me have a little gripe really quickly here. So this is a Masterpiece Transformer, and as such, I expect like Masterpiece level quality and workmanship on these things, because we are paying a lot of money for these guys. This little deluxe size figure will set you back $80, depending on where you get it from. And when you hold it up and you look at it, and it's not even any kind of, I mean, I have natural daylight lamps going here, but I'm pretty sure in any light you could easily see that there is an obvious difference in the shades of red from the back of the body to the top, and just the kind of, I'm just going to go ahead and say half-assed paintwork on these panels here. Like, the back of the car looks really nice, but again, look at this. The spoiler has two different colors on two different color on this side to this side, and it's obvious. Like, you can see it just with your naked eye, and that to me that's not acceptable. Like, it really bothers me. So, I mean, I've said my piece. I'm going to try and let it just be that, and hopefully the figure itself will win me over beyond just the outside flaws. Alright guys, now that I've changed out of my angry pants, let's do a few quick comparisons here while we've got them in vehicle mode. And for starters, we'll start them off with a generic deluxe. So first we have a Prime Robots in Disguise Viacon, and as you can see, he's definitely larger than a deluxe size figure. He's wider, he's longer, he's stronger, he's faster, he's smarter, and yeah, I mean, obviously he's not a deluxe size toy. Let's see. And here I have him with an alternative vehicle, which I think probably is about the scale we're looking at here. I'd say that's fairly close. Yeah, and again, if you think about it, this alternative figure has rubber tires, whereas this guy has plastic tires, and a very, very nice paint job on this this toy right here. Very nice. And then we'll do one last comparison with a Binaltech. So obviously he's definitely smaller than this guy, and once again, this thing has just phenomenal, gorgeous paint, just amazing. Easily the nicest one I have. But yeah. So that aside, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy transformed to robot mode, and then we'll see what's going on with that. And while we have him like this, let's why don't I show you guys the picture that you saw in the back of the box. We'll just do this real quick with MP10's trailer. You can just pull the ramp out, and just like it shows. Well, you might have to back him. No, This is very low car to the ground to be going up such a steep ramp, but you can, in fact, put them right on there and kind of just tuck them in. Tuck them into the back there. Yeah. So there's that. On to the next. Okay, guys, so to transform this guy, first we're going to take his front wheels and just pull them in like so. Just like that. Then we're going to take this whole side piece here and just pull it right out. Same on this side here. Then we're going to take the front of the car just like this. Okay. Push these all the way up. We're going to flip them over here. Separate the two halves of the spoiler. There we go. And then we're just going to bring up this whole chunk here once I get it detached. There we go. Alright, so now here's the feet. We're going to just pull these up and separate the legs. And then we're going to flip the back halves, the back wheels up, I should say. Back wheels go up like so. And I believe this piece, there we go. This piece actually also gets flipped down. Forgot to do that. So we flip that all down. We've got these guys up. We're going to take the rear lights and kind of put those back down. And then we're just going to take this whole assembly and bring this down to form the legs. Like so. There we go. It was just giving me a little bit of a hard time there. And flip the spoiler back. Then we're just going to pop the feet out. The heels. There we go. Feet out. Heel back. Turn them around. So this part has these little, I don't know if you can see them in there, they're little inset pieces that I know are going to give me a hard time. And we're just going to bring these down, and these are going to peg in. There's a little hole right there, a little tab on the end here. And we're just going to bring that and plug it in, and then this is going to sit right in there very nicely. So, same thing on this side. Pull the little flap out, bring it down, plug it in, make sure it's all kind of plugged in there nicely. It does have tabs here on the side as well to kind of hold it all in place, and yeah, it fits in very nicely. Then we're going to put the crotch bit down here. That just sits down there. So this back, he has this little spine piece here, which is going to come down like so, and then go down again on top, and this little white tab here is going to plug just into the back of the underside of the car bumper there. There we go. Alright, so now we've got his head up. We're going to flip the top of his head up and into position there. And it looks decent there. It looks nice and flush. And now I believe it's just the arms left. Pretty much. Just straighten those guys out. Open this panel up. Bring out his hand. And then close that panel back. Same on the other side. Close it back up. Just turn it right around there. Okay. Now under here, we're going to take the sides of the car here and kind of just collapse those in. I believe. There we go. Just like that. And bring it down and just press it right against the back. And there we have Sideswipe in robot mode. Alright. Alright, so here's Sideswipe in robot mode. And I gotta say right off the bat, this definitely has me feeling a lot of forgiveness for the vehicle mode. I still am very unhappy with the quality that seems to have gone into the vehicle and the paint job on it, but the robot mode is just so clean and just nice looking. It really is beautiful, and the differences in the paint are much less prominent here because the paint on the parts that you see, the robot bits, they all seem to match pretty well, at least on mine. Let's get a good look at his face here. You can see his eyes are painted a metallic blue, and he's actually got kind of, I would almost consider, a very soft, almost feminine face. But I guess that's kind of his Sideswipe's personality. He's not necessarily feminine, but definitely more of a preened and, like, you know, always looking out for the paint job, and very quick-tempered. But articulation, he's got a ball-jointed head, which goes all over the place. 360 on the shoulders, can go up and down. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double-jointed elbow, so that can get all kinds of good stuff going on. He's got a limited ball joint, or not a ball joint. His wrist is on a hinge, so he's got a hinged wrist. It can move up and down very slightly, and his fingers are all one piece, and they can close and open to grasp things. He actually does have a waist swivel, which is really awesome. His legs are somewhat, not terribly limited. He's got this crotch piece that will go up to allow higher leg movement. But his legs go forward and back, out to the sides. He's got like a universal joint and a swivel at his hip. No swivel on the knee or anything like that, but he does have a rocking heel, which doesn't move a whole heck of a lot, but it can move a little bit to give him a wider stance. like so. So he does also have knee joints that go pretty far back, which is nice. And he can hold poses, it seems, pretty darn well, which is very cool. Now on to his weapons. He, as I showed you before, he comes with the missile launcher and the blast cannon, or whatever I called it before, I don't remember. This does plug into his shoulder, and that can move up and down to kind of get out of the way and aim up and just look generally very cool. And this gun does fit in his hand. It has a little notch in the handle, and he has a little slot in his palm, so he can hold his weapon pretty securely. And also, as I showed you before, the pile drivers, you just take his hand, you just flip it back in here, and then the pile driver, if I can stop throwing it around, will just clip right in on top of his hand. So he has his pile drivers like I guess he had in the show. I don't honestly remember the pile drivers at all, but that's fine. It's been a while since I saw G1 cartoon, and you know, I'll forgive myself. I hope you'll forgive me too. That's what makes the world go round. Yeah, but that's Sideswipe there. Let's get let's have a quick 360 of him here, and we'll just take a quick look. His back kibble looks like it sticks out a lot from here, but like really off camera in person, it's really not bad at all. It's barely noticeable. He really has a nice silhouette, and obviously from the front, it's so nicely hidden behind him, and it really does not stick out far. So we'll put him back here, and let's get a quick comparison with him and MP10 Prime. And he actually looks a lot smaller on camera than he does in person. He doesn't look that small compared to Prime. Like he looks like he ought to, like this is the size he should be. It's a nice fit. And just for the heck of it, we'll stick Grimlock in here behind him. And that's really nice too. So, final thoughts on this guy. His robot mode is awesome. It's I'd say it's a little bit bigger than a deluxe, but definitely you can tell that there's a lot more put into it than your average deluxe, and it really just works very nicely. I would consider this a masterpiece class figure in terms of his overall look and transformation and things like that. However, my recommendation on this figure has a caveat, and that is that if you want to get this figure and you have the money and it's not an issue for you, then, you know, go ahead. That's fine. I don't think you'll be let down. I don't feel let down, but for the casual person that wants Sideswipe, that wants to have this toy, I would say hold out for a Hasbro release, because I have no doubt that it'll come. And is it worth the money that it costs? I'm on the fence about that, honestly. It's a really cool figure, but there are some glaring and obvious flaws that just seem to me like just to be sloppy. That don't that just shouldn't be. Like it just there wasn't enough consideration paid. I really like the robot mode. I really like the toy overall. And with better paint apps, it would be an easy recommend for me. But the fact of the matter is that the paint apps definitely fall short. And even where the paint is, even where the paint matches, it's still, I don't know if you can really get this on camera, but it looks watered down. It looks washed out, like it was running into the cracks and kind of pillowing up on the surface there. So this is a good toy, but it's certainly not perfect. I would definitely recommend this toy on the stipulation that you wait until US release. And the chances are good that if it does see a US release, I'll probably get that version and see if the paint is any better, or if they just use unpainted plastic. But as long as the plastic colors match, that would be fine. I would be fine with that, as long as it was all the same color plastic and uniform. I've seen a few other reviews on this guy, and they all seem to have like scratches in the paint or running paint. I thankfully didn't have any of that, but I did just have like not good looking, washed out looking paint apps. And that to me is just that's not acceptable for a Masterpiece figure at a Masterpiece price point. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I really do like the figure. I don't want to give the impression that I don't. But I would say if you can and you have the patience, just wait for the Hasbro release. It most likely will happen, and if not, there will probably be a second run of these guys, and maybe they'll have upped the quality a little bit, like they did with Rodimus. But in the meantime, he's a cool figure. He's great to look at, and just hold out. Wait till at least Toy Fair and see if they announce anything. I believe it's in February. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Definitely like if you found this video helpful. If I talked you into buying, out of buying, whichever, definitely give me a like, because it really helps bump me up in the YouTubes there. And definitely comment. Let me know how you feel about this figure. If you have him, if you're looking for him, I can give you some other opinions, whatever you need to know. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.